morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be doing a what I eat in a day. I don't break my fast until somewhere between 11:30 and 12:30, so I don't count my coffee. So the first thing I'm going to show you is what I do in the morning for my coffee. First, I will start out with some Vital Proteins Marine Collagen powder. I have been using this for I'd say about 2.5 months now, and I've noticed that my nails are stronger and my hair is a lot softer, and it just seems like it's a little bit stronger. It doesn't fall out as much as it used to. So that's good. I am also going to use the Skinny Syrups 0-calorie caramel syrup. I just put like a little bit of a dash. I don't really measure any of this stuff and just sort of eyeball it because I've been doing it for so long that I just sort of know the measurements. When I was doing Weight Watchers, I did measure everything out, so now I sort of know what it should look like. The final thing I put in my coffee is the Khalifa Farms Better Half coconut cream and almond milk. This one's the pumpkin spice flavor, and it is delicious. If you haven't tried it and you need a dairy-free alternative, I don't need a dairy-free alternative. I just kind of prefer non-dairy milks for whatever reason. But if I eat cereal or something, I'll put regular milk in it. It's a preference thing. So I will take you over and show you my coffee. Go and get back to work and enjoy this coffee. So good. It is now noon and I am ready to eat my brunch, I guess. So today I decided that I am going to make some breakfast food for lunch. Okay, and here is my breakfast. Here are my eggs with the fat-free cheddar cheese, my sausages. These are a turkey sausage from Jimmy Dean. And then I'm gonna also have one of these Chobani Flip pumpkin harvest cups. And I'm going to add just a little bit of Valentina to my eggs. All right, so I'm gonna get a little bit of the eggs and the sausage and Valentina together as my first bite, and so I don't wanna lie to you, my fine viewers, so I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I am addicted to these, and I'm going to eat one right now. They are 100 calories each, so not too bad, but I'm gonna have one of these and I'm going to thank my lucky stars that these will disappear after Halloween because they're the best. It's been about 3 hours since I had my breakfast for lunch, and now I'm going to be having 1 apple with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. I always weigh out peanut butter and things like that because I feel like you get a little bit more if you actually weigh it in grams. And then I am also having my second water bottle for the day. I'm about halfway done with that. So I am pretty much on track and I am working. All right, so it's not too long after my apple and I'm still pretty hungry, so I decided that I was going to make myself a turkey sandwich with turkey, sharp cheddar cheese on wheat bread with a little bit of the Wegmans horseradish mustard that my friend Parag made me buy for our barbecue this weekend, and a little bit of mayonnaise. So I'm going to eat that, and then in about 2 hours we're going to leave to go swimming. Can you tell by my mask where we're going? If you guessed the pool, you would be right. We are headed to the pool to swim. We have an hour-and-a-half pool time, and then we will come home and make some dinner, and I'll show you what we eat for dinner. All right, so we are back from the pool. I swam a whole mile, so that was fun and kind of exhausting. I've been a little bit sleepy today, so it was good to get out and get some movement. And I am drinking my first beverage that is of any significance besides my coffee. I usually just drink water most of the day, but today I am drinking this caramel apple cider. It's from BJ's, so I recommend you try it out. If you like apple cider, this is delicious. I live on this for the entire fall season usually, so very good. And I apologize for the dog drinking in the background, but that's pet ownership. So I'm gonna start making dinner and I will show you what I'm making. So the first thing I did for our dinner is I started a pot of water with salt on high heat to boil for the pasta that I'm going to make. And then I went ahead and I cut up some chicken and I weighed out 15 grams of ghee or clarified butter, which is right here. And I put that onto a warm skillet on medium-high heat and cut up the chicken and put it into the pot with a little bit of salt and pepper. So the sound got a little bit weird when I recorded this video. It picked up a little bit more of the chicken sizzling than my actual voice. So what I did was, as you can see, the chicken has gotten brown and it is almost done cooking. So I added some chicken bone broth, which we actually had a little packet of powder, which I will show right here. And so after I added that, I let it start to boil, which took 2 seconds. And then I stirred it up, making sure that I scraped the brown bits of chicken off of the bottom of the pan and stirred it around and let it sit to boil. So now that that has a good boil going, I'm going to add our next ingredients. We had some friends over this weekend, so we did the Brats and Beer Oktoberfest shindig on the grill, and we bought some sauerkraut and had a ton left over. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cup of sauerkraut into my concoction, and I'm going to mix that around so that gets nice and coated with the bone broth. All right, and I'm gonna start my noodles now. The pot is boiling so pretty rapidly, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the noodles in. I'm using the enriched wide egg noodles by Lidl, and so I'm gonna go ahead and put those into this pot right here. And I've got about half of a bag left. I'm not sure if we're going to use all of it for this recipe, but you need to get rid of this. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of them. And I will set a timer on that for about 6 minutes. And I will check it in 6 minutes. Now that everything has been mixed together and it's got a good rapid boil on it again, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit over a cup of mixed veggies to this. We get our mixed veggies from Costco or BJ's just in bulk. You can use any mixed veggies that you like, and I'm going to pour that in the bag in because there aren't a lot left. So I'm going to give that a nice stir and let that start to cook. All right, so I have added a little bit of salt and pepper to the mixture. I also added a little bit more sauerkraut. It was looking a little bit low on that, so I went ahead and added just another couple of tablespoons really. And I'm gonna go ahead
and try to thicken up this sauce a little bit before these noodles are done. To thicken the sauce, I am just going to use a little bit of cornstarch and sort of try to whisk that in a little bit with a fork. So I'll just put a little bit in at a time. And I'll just whisk that up. Trying to make it not quite lumpy, but it's kind of hard the way that I'm doing it. Usually I pull out the little bit of the sauce and do it that way, but it just takes forever, so I'm just going to try to do it this way. I used a little bit less than this 1/8 of a cup measuring cup. Might need a little bit more, but we'll see. The timer was going off. I've drained the noodles also because they are done. And last but not least, I am going to put a little bit of this light sour cream in there to give it a little bit more creaminess. So I'm not really measuring it, I'm just sort of eyeballing. Probably about 1/2 cup. And then I'm going to mix it up and see how that looks, and maybe add some more or regret how much I added. I don't know. We'll see. So I don't use recipes. I just sort of use them as a guide. So this isn't really a recipe you can find anywhere. I just am winging it. Next time I make it, it'll probably be a little bit different. But that is it. Maybe I'll put a little bit more in there just to give it a little bit more creaminess. So maybe about another 1/4 of a cup. So cut to mixing everything together. As you can see, I have drained the egg noodles and I have put them back into the pot that I boiled them in. And now I've taken everything off of the heat, and I'm gonna go ahead and add in the chicken concoction. And I did decide to use all of the egg noodles because this made a little bit more sauce than I thought it was gonna make when I just saw it with the chicken. So go ahead and put the sauce in there and stir it up. Maybe I'll use a spoon. 1 second. All right, so go ahead and mix that up. And we are gonna have leftovers for sure. All right, so I will show you when this is all nice and plated up. Dinner is now ready. This is what it looks like. I heated up some veggies that we had left over from the other night also that needed to be eaten. So that is what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and try it on camera for the first time. Derek has already tried his and he said it was good, but we'll see. Got some chicken and some noodles and that is really good. The last thing that I'm gonna eat today is this piece of pumpkin pie. We bought a pie for our barbecue this weekend and then we forgot to serve it. So we have been trying to consume it before it goes bad. And we bought it from Wegmans. And there's a little bit of the fat-free whipped cream. And the dog wants some. So as I was editing my video, I realized that I forgot to film an outro. So here it is. I hope you enjoyed my full day of eating. That's a typical day. Sometimes I have a little bit more, sometimes I have a little bit less, just depending on how hungry I am. I am currently working on intuitive eating. I just sort of try to eat when I'm hungry. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And remember, YouTube, keep moving.